Look who's back, everybody!
I am here, finally,
Arizona man!
ready to get back to work.
All tanned up and ready to party with the old BADASS2000? I mean BADASS2000?
That's right. And on today's episode, it's going to be quick and easy. We're going to install some injectors, try to fire this thing up, and of course, I'm going to scrutinize Ken and Dave's work.
All right, OCD Pete, tell us what you think.
Well, I'm going to say thank you guys for cleaning the car. I appreciate that. And it looks like Ottawa Auto Body did a great job on the paint.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the install itself.
It's not done yet, Pete. We just slapped them on there for the video.
Yeah, okay, all right. I was going to say the holes
we missed a fastener or two there, I'm not going to lie.
And let me check if you did the fasteners inside the doors.
Oh!
I think that's a Ken thing, because I feel like you would have forgotten.
Yeah, Ken did remind me of those and probably did them.
Now,
side skirts always going right underneath. Man.
Well, I want to see how you guys put these bad boys in. Ooh, with black bolts, guys, well, I'm impressed.
Downforce supplied those.
Oh, so, all right, okay, so downforce supplies them, Well then, all right, I'm not gonna give you too much credit.
No.
Here's the main job.
Yeah, that was a big job, man. I'm not gonna lie.
These rear over fenders. Looks like the seams are sealed, which is exactly what I wanted to see. I saw Ken welded them up.
He did, yeah, he did a nice job.
And this has been put on exceptionally well. I like that little rubber guard that you put around. Yeah, the internet, or actually I think it was in our comment section from the fender cutting video that people suggested we use that, and it's a great idea. I mean, it's a little tight against the door here, but yeah, it's not ideal there. I agree. It overhangs the door. It's okay. We could trim that, rubber. But yeah. The one thing I will say is I'm not a huge fan of the bolts not being black. I know. But to your defense, you said these are zinc coated. They are. So they're not going to rust. Yeah. The black ones that you did purchase would rust. Yeah. So I will tolerate this for the time being. As you can see, there's a black one here, which I assume is just to check it out. We were testing colors, that's right. Yeah. And I do like the look of the black, although we were talking earlier about maybe painting the silver ones blue. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. We'll do that. And I notice this has not been finished yet. Correct. We did not bolt those up yet. I'll get on that. Yeah, Ken was like, I think that's a job for Pete. Yeah, not a problem. I'll get that in line, get that bolted in like that. Exactly. And we'll get that fender clearance done. So yeah, Dave, I'm impressed. I mean, we did a few things. Yeah, you guys got a decent amount of stuff done. We didn't build a Porsche engine, but no, you didn't. In a nice shop space where it was 30 degrees Celsius, so like 90 Fahrenheit. Really? It was that really hot? Awesome. Yeah, it was great. But we are starting to digress. We're gonna install some ID injectors right now and try to fire this thing up so we can see if these Jenvey. This has been the longest Jenvey ITB install in history, probably. It has, yes. But once we install the injectors, we're gonna see if this thing fires up. So let's get to it. All right. All right, guys. What we have here are Injector Dynamics ID1000 injectors. And the reason why this install has taken so long is because I was away in Arizona picking these up conveniently when I was down there. ID has a facility. You can learn all about that in one of the videos that I've already previously shot that I'm sure Dave has watched as well, right, Dave? I have. So you know all about how good these injectors are. And I think some of you may be wondering, why are we putting 1000cc injectors into a naturally aspirated vehicle? And after talking to Paul, he said, listen, you can go with the 725s, but the 1000s are going to idle and have partial throttle operation just like the 725s because of the quality and how precise they are in terms of injection. So it makes sense just to go to the 1000s for us because you never know if you want to expand, if we end up going forced induction down the road or whatever, we already have the injector that's good enough for that, right? That's right. People keep saying, just throw a turbo on top of the Jenveys and you'll have the ultimate setup. Well, of course we will, but at the same time, that would be a lot of work. Yeah, one step at a time. Let's get these in and dyno tuned before we think about turbos. And so the other reason why we had to get new injectors is obviously because the stock ones will not work in this application. So we went and ordered the ID BADASS1000s in an S2000 injector application. Right, Dave? I think that's what you...
We did, although I think we needed a slightly different height seat to mate up with the Jenvey fuel rail. The spacing on it was, I think, slightly different than the factory setting.
Yeah.
Which is those purple
top hats.
Yeah. You know, those come in different sizes so that you can make the injector the right length for your setup.
Yeah.
I might be wrong though. That might actually just be the stock S2000 setup.
I thought Paul gave me the stock ones.
You could be right. I remember
S2000.
I was emailing with him about it a few months ago, but I don't remember the specifics.
But then it wouldn't make sense because then why can't we use the stock ones here, right?
Yeah, that's the part that's got me confused. I'll figure it out and we'll put it in the story on our website. We have a website, guys. Speed.academy.
Go visit it.
No .com on the end, just speed.academy.
All right, so I thought I could do the injectors that way, but it looks like the better way to do it is to put them into the upper fuel rail first. Let's just do that. Clip them in.
You're getting rusty from just watching guys build Porsche engines.
Hey man, I did a little bit of work down there.
I saw that. I saw you spun a few wrenches, but
not that many. Let's face the facts.
Now you're back to working on a dirty old Canadian car. You must feel a little sad about that.
That is correct. I'm not too happy to come back to the crappy weather, but there we go. All right. That was about the easiest injector install I've done in a long time.
What about the injector clips, Pete?
Well, so that's going to be the more complicated portion of this. Obviously, these ones are not going to work. The stock factory clips are too big. They don't plug in.
Okay.
So what we have are ID supplied injector clips.
Ooh.
And I'll show you very quickly. We're just going to cut them off, cut the stock ones off, splice them in, and that'll be that.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Quit slacking off, Pete.
I know. Time to get back to serious work here.
Get in the groove, bro.
Yeah, you know it. So now comes the task of setting up the new injector clips. It's really easy. I took 2 pieces of wire, put the metal connectors on. I'm going to slide them into the plastic clip here. I want to make sure I get the orientation right so they all match, which I think is this way here. Have a look. Yep. And then drop this guy in like that. And then we put on the supplied little rubber grommets to keep moisture out. And we're gonna be done. They're all gonna look like these guys here.
Nice
and
work,
then,
PT.
Yeah, we're just gonna splice these on.
Looks just like that harness they built for you at Craft.
Oh yeah, you know, that's exactly how I work. And look at the tools I have. A set of OTC pliers, some old rusted pliers as well.
Strippers, yeah.
Yeah, strippers, and of course, the best tool, which is the cutting tool.
50-year-old side cutter.
Yeah. And actually, funny thing, I was thinking, I'm like, man, Mike's tools that he had down at TurboCraft would come in real handy right now.
I'm sure a lot of the stuff they have down there would come in handy.
One day, Dave.
That
one
part
day.
washer? Oh my God, that part washer is amazing.
We're gonna make it happen.
We need to put our whole shop in that part washer.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
All right, PT, how's the wiring going there?
It's coming along. Doing my expert wiring job right here.
No soldering for you, eh? You're
no
a twist,
soldering.
a twist and wrap kind of guy,
That's right.
or what?
This is all about the twist and wrap.
Is that the pro-spec way to do it? What do you say? This is like our how to torque a bolt debate.
That's right. Yeah.
What's the correct way to?
What is the correct way?
We have to bring an expert in on this one, aren't we?
No, we're not.
Do we know any experts on this, or do you consider yourself an expert?
I don't consider myself an expert. I just know for a fact that the twist method works and it works well. I think there's been, I don't remember who I talked to, but they were a motorsports wiring guru, and they said the twist method works well as long as you're concise with it, which is exactly what I am.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of motorsports wiring guys like to use crimps instead of
Oh yeah, if we
instead of soldering, because apparently soldering can get brittle. In heat, it gets brittle and crack, so they like to crimp instead.
Yeah.
I think that's the...
Well, if we had the proper tools and equipment here, then crimping would be the best way, but...
We don't have any crimp connectors.
No.
Right.
Well, we got like the cheap ones, but not the motorsport grade, and I'm not going to put
like
shitty cheap connectors here.
We need Sasha from On Point Dyno here. He's a wiring guru.
Yeah.
He'd chirp you hard on this PT.
Yeah.
Should I call a friend here or what?
No. Look at this. This is good. And look, the purple wire matches the purple hard tops on the hard hats.
The hard hats. Yes, the top hats on
the top hats on the.
Yeah, it's true. You've gone with a color coordinated look here, Pete. I'm impressed.
I'm making this as pro spec as possible.
I think we're going to wrap those wires up anyway, so the purple will no longer be visible, or...
Well, I don't know.
Some shrink tube on there, or what?
I've got the shrink tube for my wrapping, or my exposed wires here, but otherwise, I don't know. We could leave them.
All right.
I mean...
I don't care, man. I just want to go rip.
I think we can leave them. They kind of look cool. You know, maybe a little bit of electrical tape somewhere at the end here, but otherwise...
All right. Just hurry up and finish, because I want to go to the dyno and go rip some laps.
We got to start this thing first. We got to figure out if the brakes work. We got enough vacuum.
By the way, the first person who says, hurry up and get to the dyno in the comment section, you win a prize.
Yeah, I'm gonna fart in a jar and send it your way, actually.
Exactly.
Don't rush us, goddammit. We feel rushed already.
That's right, we're stressing as it is. Leave us alone. We will get to the dyno next, we promise. I know I said at the end of the last video, next up is the dyno, but this is a quick little injector install video, and then we're off to the dyno for reals.
Look at one.
Ooh, this is exciting, people.
2.
Oh yeah.
3.
Oh baby.
And 4.
Oh, skeet. That's good.
So I will shrink wrap these after confirming that this all actually runs and works. Or sorry, heat shrink tube these.
Okay.
These heat shrink tubes, whatever.
We'll hold you to that.
Yeah, we'll get there afterwards. But for now, I think we just need to plug our vacuum line here.
Oh, the brake booster.
The brake booster vacuum line. We can plug this and then...
Try firing this bad boy up?
Try firing this bad boy up.
All right.
There's 2 things that are going to prevent us from this working. I think, obviously, the injector size is going to be way bigger than the factory injectors. I don't have my ECU here, so we're not going to be able to change these settings.
Oh, your laptop.
My laptop. Yeah.
The ECU
I've just
is
been
in the car.
gone for too long, man.
You have. Your brain's on vacation still.
Yeah. So, but I think it should still fire, and then the TPS sync might be an issue.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
But let's try it anyway.
Sure.
Let's see what happens.
I don't think we can blow it up, can we?
Nah. And the other thing that could prevent us is fuel line leaks.
Yeah, that's something to watch for, isn't it?
I think we'll be all right, though.
I'll get the fire extinguisher out.
Let's do this. Here we go. There's no fuel pressure right now, so this thing should not start. Just for the record.
Yeah. Oh, it's building pressure now.
What are we at?
We are at 30 psi, although it just dropped back down to like 5.
Okay, well, it's getting up there then.
Weird. It's only seeing like 25 psi, which is low, and then it's dropping back down again. Just thinking about it.
I was giving her some gas there.
Ah.
Opening those ports up.
All right, take 2 here. Just took off the filter element so you could see these throttle bodies do their thing. Well, we have liftoff.
All right. runs. I really got to blip the throttle.
We don't have enough fuel pressure for some reason, huh?
No, it's not the fuel pressure. It's just
It's the fact the injectors are too big.
Yeah,
and
it's not just
the tune is off. And...
Well, I'd say that's a success. It's running somewhat, so we can say we're good to go with it. It's gonna need tuning. Obviously, it doesn't have a idle control valve motor either, so at cold startup, it's gonna be problematic. I can see that right away. So we'll just...
Well, that's something Sasha could probably tune out.
Yeah, we'll just have to work on the tune.
We need to calibrate the TPS too, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And we don't have any fuel leaks, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So it starts and it runs. So our injectors are working. I'd say we're good to go for the dyno.
We're really going to the dyno, Pete?
I think we're going to go to the dyno.
All right, Internet, we're going to the dyno.
We're going to the dyno, God damn it. We are going to the dyno. Next episode, we will be at the dyno.
If you object to this, please email Peter at zerofucksgiven.com.
Doesn't care, yeah.
All right.
We're going to go to the dyno. Next episode, whenever that is. Am I in the way here?